Let me ask you my first question, that is, what are the world's biggest problems in your opinion?
What is the big problem?
Yeah, the world's biggest problems.
The world's
Yeah.
The world's biggest problem. The problems of the world.
Yeah, of course. It's like, for example, all around the world, people face different issues, problem, poverty,
Yeah.
and war. So different problems, but what are, or pollution, so it can be air pollution. So what are the most important problems, or maybe the biggest problems that nowadays people encounter all around the world?
Yes. In my opinion, the world's biggest problem is um, natural disaster,
Yeah.
pollution, and war between the countries. Yeah, there are a lot of war.
Yeah. War. And
And the poor. Yes, I think the poor is one of the problems.
yeah, of course you mean poverty. So let me write here, because poor is
Poverty.
someone, of course, but poverty is actually the noun that you can use. Yeah, of course, I do agree with you, especially in some countries, different areas and different parts of the world. Yeah, we have poverty, people who actually struggle with economical issues. Well, actually, we're going to watch a video together, and after that, we talk about maybe the world's biggest problems according to the video. So if you're ready, first of all, let's watch the video together, and then we would talk about it, okay?
Yeah.
So just one moment to share the video. Wow.
In September 2015, the United Nations launched their 15-year plan to make the world a better place. The 17 Sustainable Development Goals are focused on improvement and longevity and are a focal point of UN Week in New York City. Additionally, a number of summits provide the opportunity for world leaders to cooperate in achieving these global goals. So what exactly are the world's biggest problems? Well, first and foremost, poverty is an inescapable issue for nearly all developing countries. Roughly 1 in 7 people around the world live on less than $1.25 a day, and nearly half of the global population lives on just $2.50. While about a third of the world's poor are located in India, only 10 countries house 80% of the poorest people on Earth. Closely tied to poverty is the issue of hunger. Inadequate nutrition contributes to nearly half of all child deaths worldwide. And in regions like sub-Saharan Africa, 1 in 4 people are malnourished. As a result, nearly 800 million people don't have access to enough food to live healthy, active lives. Similarly, water and sanitation are absolute necessities. Yet nearly the same number of people without access to food lack access to water. And a third of the world's population risks disease by not having adequate sanitation. Another major issue for developing countries is a lack of educational opportunities. The UN predicted in 2011 that if all students had even basic reading skills, world poverty could be reduced by more than 10%. But illiteracy is an asymmetrical problem and affects considerably more women than men. Of roughly 780 million illiterate adults worldwide, 2/3 are female. As a result, women have considerably fewer opportunities, and it hurts a country's ability to progress economically without a fully educated workforce. This inequality is rampant and not exclusively relegated to gender. Economic inequality is also drawn along racial and social divides. Countries like Namibia see only a few thousand white landowners owning almost half of the country's agricultural land for a population of more than 2 million. In fact, land distribution has become an increasingly relevant issue. With man-made climate change, deforestation, and overfishing, the rapid environmental decline might be too late to reverse. Although organizations like the UN have implemented standards and worked to save forests, oceans, and the atmosphere, it continues to be a serious issue for the international community. The UN Summit's 17 global goals span from micro to macro and hope to contribute to solutions for the world's biggest problems. Through communication, training, and financial support, it's up to influential world leaders and average citizens to seek to improve the world. Since addressing issues like poverty and hunger, most countries have made considerable progress on every set goal. So we know that the United Nations has been effective working on these issues, but how effective has it been? Find out in our video.
The United Nations emerged after World War II with the objective of achieving a global balance of peace between world powers. Today, they have 193 member states, and they have roughly 100,000 soldiers or Blue Berets operating 16 separate peacekeeping missions around the globe.
Thanks for watching TestTube. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss out. We'll see.
Well, okay, so what do you think? It was too fast or it was okay?
It's okay.
It was okay, of course. Really good. When you say, actually, it makes me happy when you say it was okay. So that's perfect. It's really great progress. Okay, well, so let's talk about the video. Just let me write a few words, maybe 1 or 2 words that we heard, and it's not bad to know them. So because you will use them. Okay, so let's talk about them. So what do you think, according to the videos, what are the biggest problems in the world? So let's...
The biggest problems in the video is the property.
Of course.
Global warming, malnourished, deforestation, and the property. There are many people in some countries get lack of food, water, and education, and it leads to the citizens get many kinds of diseases. Yeah. Some country, the women is in inequality. They they don't have education. In some places, because of climate change.
Of course.
So the agricultures are is decreased. The crops are destroyed. The crops are destroyed because of climate change. So it leads to hunger.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah. As you said, so just, the first one, you said malnourished. So this is an adjective, someone. So someone who is ill due to lack of enough food. But, if you want to use the state of lacking, so the noun is malnourishment. So yeah, this is the problem. And someone who is ill or weak because actually, because he or she maybe hasn't had enough food for a long time, so is malnourished. So this one is adjective, and the second one is noun. So yeah, one of the most important, that is, malnourishment, because actually this is one of results and consequences of poverty. So we know that. Well, and yeah, you talked about climate change that actually can, disrupt food availability. So of course it can affect, so it can we can say extremely affect agriculture. So yes, you're right. Well, and it can reduce, actually the result is, it can reduce agricultural productivity. So if you want to use, you can use it this way. So it reduces, yeah, agricultural productivity. So that, of course, available, maybe reduce access to food, affect food quality. So everything can be affected by climate change. And I do agree with you. Actually, I want to ask another question. I think the problem is human, and human tries to solve the problem. Do you agree? So it's like,
Yes.
we make climate change and, global warming, war. So we make problems, and now we want to solve and tackle, deal with problems. So what do you think? Don't you think that the root and maybe the foundation of all the problems in the world is human?
Yes. I think so. The climate change and global warming,
Yes.
the causes are caused by human,
Of course.
and we have to, we extremely effective. They extremely effective our lives.
Of course.
Yes,
Yeah.
and now we need to solve that problems.
Yeah, of course, of course. And you know that, so we have even natural disasters that you mentioned, and it's right. Maybe they are nowadays, of course, natural disasters are not related to human, but now we cause. It's like, so we make them happen. Like, for example, global warming, overpopulation, overpollution. So we can say that, of course, all of them are maybe important factors that affect natural disasters. So global warming, the earth is getting warmer so that we have earthquake everywhere. So yeah, we are the problems actually. Okay, well, and tell me about the most important problem in your country that your country is facing. This one. So in Vietnam, what problems you are facing? So which one? Pollution, war, so which one?
Do
Poverty.
you think that Vietnam is facing the same problem? Yes.
Yeah, I'm asking you if you are. So if you have the same problems like war, like such as, for example, I don't know, pollution. So what problems?
What the problem in Vietnam?
Of course, yeah.
It's the same. We have a property. We have a poverty. Poverty in many places in Vietnam. We lack of there are lack of food, water, clean water, yeah, and even education.
Yeah, of course. Clean water. Clean water is definitely correct, clean water. But drinkable water, let me teach you something, is potable. So potable water that you can drink is
potable.
Yeah, we don't say drinkable, we say potable. So when, for example, tap water is potable, so you can drink, so it's drinkable. But we don't say drinkable, we say potable water. Yeah. Well, okay, the first word of this unit is shame. So you know that shame can be used as a verb or noun. Both of them. Here we have verb, but we can use it as a noun, and it's really common to use it as a noun. Okay? So as you can see, it's like something like to publicly criticize, and, you know, to draw attention to something or someone, you know, has done, especially on the internet. So I was shamed by my classmates for my body type. So I was shamed. And for example, sometimes, okay, she cried of shame. So you can use it as noun or verb. For example, she did something wrong, but she has no shame. So you can use it, okay? Well, and when someone, I don't know, does something wrong, you can say shame of you, you know, because you did something like shame of you, so you can use it this way, okay? Well, so as a noun or as a verb. Bad feeling, shame, when you make someone feel ashamed, or you make someone or something lose honor and respect, that is shame. So if I want to give you a simple definition, that is to make someone feel shamed or lose honor and respect. So this is the meaning of shame as a verb. Well, so for example, how to use it. It shames me that I treated her so badly. So you can say, or the behavior of a few children has shamed the whole school. So this way you can use it. Okay. And of course as a noun. Well, you want to use it. So tell me this word, shame. Have you ever been shamed by people? Or have you ever made someone feel ashamed?
I remember.
Yeah,
I was a student in the high school. I couldn't couldn't do the math problem. I can solve the math problems on the board, on the blackboard. Yeah, in front of the teacher and my classmate, and I was ashamed. Maybe the math exercise, it wasn't very difficult. It's a little bit easy, but I couldn't do it.
Yeah, of course.
So I feel shamed.
Yeah, of course. You felt a deep sense of shame. I understand. Yeah, of course. I know what you say. Yeah, so you can use this sentence. I felt a deep sense of shame. Wow.
I feel a deep sense of shame.
Of course. Of course. Well, the next one, unfortunately, may be racism. And someone who actually who has this behavior is racist. So racism, you know that. A way of behaving or thinking that shows you don't like or you don't respect people who belong to either races or other races. So it can be, for example, for political, for example, religious, so any reason. So this is another word that is racism. And if I want to give you a good synonym, I say prejudice. So I think this one, yeah, of course. This one, of course, can be, you know, the way that some people, for example, there is a stereotype that says Americans are racist, like arrogant, because they think, you know, but of course we are not. it's not true. Yeah. So racism, and I want to ask about people in your country. If people in your country are racist, or you have people who are, and you think like, okay, we don't like people from other races, or for example, nationalities.
Yeah, so in Vietnam, we don't have, it's not clearly to have a racism.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in Vietnam, there is not racism.
So they are not racist, so if you want to use it
They
as,
are not racist.
yeah, racist, someone who, racism is a way that actually you behave. But when you show your racism, you are racist. So a person, yeah, is racist. So people are not racist. Say.
Yeah, people are not racist.
Of course, very good. So people, when you show that someone who is really, I don't know, we can say arrogance. We can say, for example, showing prejudice against other people. So it's not really good, but unfortunately we have in some countries, we have in my country and some other countries, unfortunately. Well, and the next one, empowerment. So this one, as you can see, the process of gaining freedom and power to do what you want and to control what happens. So the verb is empower, noun is empowerment. So this is the word. That is, as a noun, authority or power given to someone to do something. For example, nowadays, women, individuals women are given empowerment to create their own business, to create their own lives. So empowerment is authority. So or power given to someone to do something. Okay, and now I want to ask you about actually women in your country. If they are given the authority or power to live the way that they like.
Yes. In Vietnam, empowerment is growing stronger. Yeah, in Vietnam.
Of course, very.
Yeah.
So you can say empower. So you don't need to, let me say something, you can say women are stronger, but empowerment is because empowerment actually means making someone stronger. So you don't need to use strong again. So of course it means to make someone stronger, more confident. So women are actually, empowered. It's like, they are strong, they are, confident. So, for example, we need to empower the women. We need to empower the poor people, to make them stronger, to make them more confident. So, while women's empowerment is growing stronger in the world, it's still a strange thing in many places in Vietnam, especially in rural. Yeah, it's real. So why? Could you please explain this to me? So what it means? So I want to know that. So especially in rural areas. So
Yeah. Vietnamese women in the rural area um, uh, didn't wasn't weren't allowed to go to school. They had to do a lot of they have to work hard. Yeah, and and they were taught.
Yeah, yeah, of
They
course.
gave birth, took care of their children, and worked hard to earn money. Yes, so
Yeah.
um, and the men, Vietnamese men, in the past, uh, maybe they didn't love women.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they um, 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 and because the women in the past in Vietnam uh, hardworking were hard work.
Yeah, they were hard work. They needed to work hard. Yeah, I
Need,
got it.
need,
Yeah.
yeah,
So it's like, for example, just they were not equal. So as I realized, so it was like, women were maybe men's properties, kind of property. So, okay, I own my wife. So I know that this is, for example, my property, but about love, no. And they had to work hard. Yeah.
yes, yes,
Ah, that's,
and the men forced them to to have a sexual to have a
yeah,
sex to give
yeah,
birth a
of
lot. Or
course.
maybe in a family, a woman gave um 12, 10 or to 12 or 14 children gave
Ah,
birth in a
yeah.
family. Yes, there are too many children in a family, so
Yeah.
yeah, the women didn't have a good health. They died. They
Ah,
passed away in the early year when they were too young. They have to pass.
yes.
Die. Yeah,
Yeah.
they died.
They, they were,
Mm,
yeah, in poor health, and so they were not in good health. So because of this, unfortunately, yeah, they died after giving birth. Yeah, I got it. Oh, but now it's better. So now, so
yeah. So
yeah,
we have. Uh,
society, yeah, actually society try to empower female and women. So we can use it this way. We try to
yeah,
empower them. So
we
you
try to
empower someone,
empower.
yeah, or give
Mhm.
empowerment. Okay. Well, and stereotypes. So this one is really good one because all around the world, we get some news. I don't know, we hear something often unfair and untrue.
Definitely.
It's not the true belief that many people have about, I don't know, all people or society, or I don't know, something particular about American, about people, about, for example, Vietnamese. So all around the world, there are lots of unreal, untrue, unfair beliefs. They're not true, but
Mm.
people have. Okay, so
Mm.
tell me about your country, the most common stereotype about Vietnamese. Ah,
Mm.
don't you eat pho? I know this food because I heard a lot. I heard a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah.
Yeah.
The most common stereotype about Vietnamese is that we all eat for every day. Maybe if I eat for uh, once per month, once per month, or
Yeah.
maybe two, uh, 3 or 4 times a year.
Yeah.
We yeah, we don't eat too much.
Yeah, of course. But I heard this name a lot. So because when I ask what is your favorite food, my students normally say pho. It's really delicious. And I know that noodles and beef, I think. So I know
Yeah,
this food, yeah, but I haven't tried, so maybe later. Well, so of course we have stereotypes. So about my country, about
I
your country. Yeah.
mm, I trying to remember what is stereotype more.
Yeah.
I like to think more about stereotype stereotype in Vietnam.
Yeah.
Um, what is it? I don't remember. Mm, yeah, maybe when I talk to foreigner, they ask me that is there any war in your country now?
Oh. Ah,
Uh,
really? Order? So I don't
yeah,
know. So yeah, no? Any
they
more?
war.
Yeah.
Because when they think about Vietnam,
Oh,
they
it's war. Yeah.
think of war. Yeah,
Oh.
think of war.
Oh, they think still continue?
Yeah,
Oh.
continuous war in Vietnam, but
Oh.
we stop uh, to fight. To we have freedom
Yes.
from 1975,
Of
and we
course.
don't have any wars from there
Of
since there. Mm. But some foreigners ask me, your country is still have a war?
Yeah,
Yes.
so yeah, of course, stereotypes. Yeah, of course. Yeah. And sometimes so it's like it's really actually funny. So when we hear something, really? You think this way? What, yeah, and we heard a lot. So I heard a lot. And so sometimes I hear something
So
about
they or someone think of Vietnam that it's a very poor country, uh,
no,
undevelopment, undeveloping country,
undeveloped. So just developed. So developing
undeveloped.
country. So Vietnam is one of developing. So it means, you are in progress. So
Yes, yes,
developing and developed. So
yeah,
undeveloped. Yeah. Yeah.
undeveloped.
It's stereotypes, of
Yeah.
course.
Poor. That's a poor country.
Yeah, of
But
course.
in Vietnam, there are many rich
Of
people.
course, of
Yeah.
course, of course. Wow, that's really, as I told you, so actually sometimes they're so fun. It's like, yeah, you think this way. For example, around the world, I at a first session when I talk to everyone, they say that Americans are arrogant, you are racist, and we're not actually. Now you know me, we are not really wanna. So of course, there are different people in different countries. So, but we took, or people think that we actually are obsessed with guns. So we have guns. No, we don't. It's like, no, we don't. Of course we don't. Or so American are wealthy. No, we are not. So different stereotype. Just yeah. Okay. So this one stereotype, and the next one awareness. You know this word because you normally use it. So we need to raise awareness, knowledge, so this is maybe the first step of I don't know, making the world a better place to live. So raising awareness, especially people and public awareness, of air pollution or war, so everything. So tell me, in your country, so because normally government takes some actions to, I don't know, raise people awareness, especially about pollution, air pollution. So do you have the same thing in your country? So like, I
Yes.
don't know, some rules, yes?
Yeah, the government make awareness
Yeah.
for
Raise, they
the
try to raise.
raise, yeah, to raise public awareness of pollution, or they and yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's right. It's the same with in my country. It's high time to raise the public aware of air pollution, water
Yeah.
pollution, and we need to uh, uh, we need to raise the awareness of using recycled products
Yeah, of
to
course.
protect the environment.
Yeah, of course. So we can make just, because you use the word make, so let me give you another alternative. If you want
Right.
to use make, use adjective. We make people
We
aware
make,
of
um,
consequences of what they do. So we make people aware, but awareness is noun, so we raise awareness we normally, okay?
right. Yes.
And it's high time we started the structure, you know that. We use actually to say it's time to do something. Maybe it should have been done a long time ago. Maybe something, it's late for it now. So we need to do it now. It's high time. So you can use it this way. Yeah, it
Yes.
means something, actually, it's time to do something that should have done before. Well,
Mm.
and controversial. This one, okay, another one, disagreement. So, yeah. And if I want to give you a good synonym, I say contentious. So this one can be good. So, contentious. So another maybe word that you can use. And what is the meaning of contentious? Causing an argument, controversial. So argument, disagreement, so we can say this one. And for example, if someone is controversial or something, or is contentious because they're synonyms, actually they likely to cause disagreements or arguments. So,
Mm.
well, here causing disagreement or discussion. Okay, same-sex marriage still controversial issue. No, it's in many places. Yeah, is it in your
Yeah.
country? Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Uh,
In my relations,
yeah.
the same sex marriage is still a controversial.
Yeah.
Yeah, in my country, same sex.
Religion. Yeah. So so it's something related to your religion. So something religious, you mean?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, of course. So, but it's not against the rule. It's not. It's okay, but it's not accepted. Yeah.
Um, in my religions, as um, mm, we support and we sympathize for the same sex. We have a relationship between the same sex. Um, they can love, each other, but
Yeah.
they cannot get married.
Yeah. Of
Get
course.
married.
Of course. Yeah. But it's something because you said in my religion or culture. So which one?
Our religion,
Ah, got
yeah,
it.
and cultures in Vietnam, Vietnamese culture,
Ah,
um, they don't have, they are not controversial.
Yeah.
this is
Ah, of course. So it's not a controversial issue in your country. That is really good. It's not
yes.
contentious. Yeah, of course.
It's not a controversial issues in Vietnam.
Of course. Of course. Got it.
Yes.
Well, so new words that we discussed, good words. And now, if there is no question related to the words and phrases that we just talked, let's keep going with the rest of it. No questions?
Yeah, no questions.
Okay,
I
well,
can make the sentence later.
of course, if you want, because you talk, if you want, you can do, but it's not bad. So you can think about another example, and then you can write or you can send it to me, so it's okay. Well, and now here, read the text. So could you please read and tell me what you think about it? So research suggests.
Research suggests that consumers respond better to brands that display corporate responsibility, with 73% of people believing that companies should not do more than just offer a product or service. Here are a few more examples of brands weighing on current social or political issues and using them to inform advertising.
Yeah, so
I
what
don't remember. I don't understand.
Okay, let me help you, because
Brand campaign
CR,
advertising.
corporate responsibility. So first of all, let's talk about this. Maybe research suggests that consumers respond better to brands that display corporate responsibility. So CR, or corporate responsibility, is the impact an organization, and actually brands, we are talking about brands, make on society. So we say corporate responsibility. So if something, an organization, brand, company, actually make an impact on society, on environment, economy, so we say corporate responsibility, CR. So that is, for example, some organizations have an effective CR program. So because actually they want to give and have good and, for example, really effective or good impact on society. So this is about this one. With 73% of people believing the companies should do more than just offer product. So as I told you, people think that because brand have better impact on society because they think on economy and society, on environment. For example, some brands make a product, eco-friendly product, so they think, and people believe that they should do. Here are a few more examples of brands, okay, on current social or political issues. So let's see what they are. Okay, look, this one. In order to engage a new or forgotten about audience, yogurt brand Yoplait decided to tap into common public debate. Mom shaming. Oh, this one is really good. We will talk about this. This relates to the often preachy and patronizing information given to mothers about how to be good parents, and the shaming of those who do not follow it. So, its latest campaign, Mom On, shows mothers, okay, addressing common criticism they face, such as judgment over breastfeeding, that is really normal, going back to work, and even drinking alcohol. While the ads don't focus on current events or overly contentious, so we talked it, subject, they are certainly bold in their stance on specific issue, with a clear potential to offend those who might not agree. This made the campaign hugely memorable, standing out amid of similar and formulaic ads from competitor brands. So let's see. For example, some brands, they try to bold something that maybe is like, I don't know, forbidden. It's like, for example, I don't know, taboo. Like, you know, oh, it's not good. Oh, breastfeeding in public. So it's not really good, but what's wrong with it? So when mom think that, and you know, mom shaming, let's talk about this one because it's really important. You know, when people judge people's parenting choices, I'm a mom and I have my method. I would prefer to, for example, feed my baby, okay, in public. So what's wrong with it? So you can judge. But some people actually like, you know, just bullying other moms for their parenting choice. It's something like, oh, it's not good. You're not a good mom. But they actually try to, I don't know, run some campaigns. So try to maybe normalize everything. And we have this one, preachy and patronizing information. So what is this one? Let's talk about these two words. So when something is maybe preachy in a good and simple word, it's like, I don't know, giving some advice. Okay, I'm not asking for advice, dear. Why are you giving me? So, for example, someone who is preachy, oh, just they give advice. Okay, I'm not asking. So why are you? Some normally elderly. Oh, you're raising your kids this way. It's not good. So do this, don't that. So this is preachy person. And you know, patronizing, another word that is pay, or the verb is patronize, and the noun patronizing, actually, you know, behaving or treat in a way that is kind or helpful, but it's like, you know, it's a bit bossy, you know, like, you know, I know it. So actually to speak or behave in a way which seems friendly, but actually it shows that you are superior, you're better. I'm a better mom, so I know. Dear, we are friends. I'm giving you some advice. I want to show that I'm better mom. So you follow me. So this is about actually this one. So what do you think about, first of all, let's talk about mom shaming in your country. And then we talk about this one, actually this reading. Well, so what do you think? Mom shaming in your country, do you have the same thing that people judge parents because of the way that they raise their children?
I don't have any idea about that.
Why? This is really deep. Let me check if we have a video. It's really okay. So we don't, but actually it's really good topic to talk about. So, you know, as I told you, okay, they try to use something to impact, to affect society. What is important? Moms. We're talking about yogurt brand, or for example, I don't know, dairy products. So milk, breastfeeding, judgment. So we try to use something to actually affect society. So maybe it's a bit controversial. Some people think that, okay, let me ask you, what do you think about breastfeeding? So it's something like, I don't know, some people don't like, criticize moms. If you see someone on the street who is breastfeeding her baby, maybe some people judge. What do you think? Is it something not good? You say, no, it's really normal. What do you think?
Breastfeeding is normal in Vietnam.
Of course, it's normal. Yeah. So it's really normal, but in some places it's not. People judge. Yeah, of course. People, oh, you're doing this. It's not good. Why it's not good? It's really normal. So Actually, this is the meaning of, you know, corporate responsibility. It means I have a brand, I have a company. My responsibility is not only produce something and sell it to consumer. I have some social responsibilities to raise people awareness. So this is the meaning of corporate responsibility, not only on economy, but also on society, social issues. That one example is this one, okay? Well, so let's keep going. Let's answer. Well, so we talked about this one, and did you get the meaning of this actually part, this text, or no, it was confusing?
I am a little bit confusing because I don't have, I have not thought much about this problem.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and after you explained the
yeah,
meaning of words, and yeah, in by your words, I a little bit understand, and
yeah,
I can understand that the um, corporate responsibility.
yeah. For example, I give you the last
Yeah,
example, and it will be really clear. I have a brand. I want to make an advertisement, commercial on TV. Okay, it's about milk, dairy product. I
yeah.
show I show a mom who is breastfeeding her child on the street in public, and people say, "What?" Actually, I am trying to normalize something that is not. And at the
Mm,
same time, I am advertising my product. So this is the whole and the general idea of this one. So
mm,
corporate, get it?
yes.
Okay, now it's clear. Well, and now, in your opinion discussion, what makes you a good parent? Yeah.
Mhm. I am um, what makes me a good parent? Um, I listen to my mom.
Ah,
Yeah, my mother and my mother-in-law. Um, if I confuse something about taking off my children, I will ask them, or I read a book, and
yeah,
I ask my friends how to raise a child.
or,
I think I have many resources to learn how to take care my children well. Um, I don't know what makes me a good parent.
yeah,
I think
maybe.
I am a hard work. Um, I I work hard. I am always I focus on what I doing. Yeah. Um, I think about much about how what good for my children. Yeah.
Yeah, very
So
good.
I
Yeah, of course. Well, of course it makes you a good mom. Of course you're a perfect mom. And now, for the second question, I want to give you some alternatives and then you think about them. So, because maybe you don't know any idea about mom shaming examples. So let me give you some examples of mom shaming. The first one that is really important,
mm,
discussing post-baby bodies. Oh, now you gain weight. Okay, a mom, of course I gained. So of course I did. The second one, that is another one we discussed, is judging breastfeeding choices. Okay, everyone knows, so we can say what is good, what is not, okay? And the next one comments on work-life balance. Oh, you were working, so what are you going to do now? Working mom, you can't spend enough time with your child, so baby. And that is really important, I think. Portraying a perfect life through social media. I want to show that everything is perfect, you know, this one. And, you know, comparing children. You, for example, I don't know, your child can't do this, mine can. So, oh, you're different. So actually different, I don't know, examples, there are lots of, but these ones are maybe really important ones. And tell me which one, if you want to talk about them, which one maybe you hear or in your country.
Yeah. Maybe I understand more about mom shaming. On the thing you were writing is, I think the problem in Vietnam now, comparing children,
Of course.
portraying a perfect life,
Yeah,
near
what is that? Yeah, you know
social
what is
media.
that? Portraying a perfect life. Actually, this is pressure. I have social media.
Yeah.
I'm using Instagram. They give users, I don't know, like constant pressure to share an happy, perfect life. So I am perfect. So you show and say, oh, why I'm not? It's not real. This is social media. You can't be perfect. Yeah, you are beautiful. You are healthy. You are in fit and in shape. And your mom? No, dear. Sometimes I don't have time to comb my hair. Really, to brush my hair. So it's really normal. So we have these mom shamings, and I want you to do something. If you have time, it will be great. Think about actually these 3 questions and give me your answers. I want to know your answers to these 3 questions. So different aspects of mom shaming in your country, and do women often get criticized for breastfeeding? Going back to work, again, mom shaming factors, drinking alcohol. And what would you do if you, of course not your sister, because you are, were criticized, if you were criticized, what would you do for doing something?
What would you do if my sister?
If you,
What would you
because
do
you
if
are
your
mom,
sister?
if you
Yeah,
yourself, yeah.
yeah. If your sister were criticized for doing one of the things mentionable, could you stand up on her or ignore? Okay. You said that I will do it later, as
If
long
you
as
can, yeah, of course, if you
on.
can, that will be great. And we will talk about it later, of course.
Okay, okay.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Okay,
Wow.
thank you.
Again, it's time to go. It was really good time with you. And thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you.
Have
Yes.
a great day.
Goodbye. Yeah,
Goodbye.
thank you for the time.
Welcome. Goodbye.
Bye.